I don't think they're going to be able to contend with our midfield. I think our defence is still not there. I think they're capable of scoring a goal. Certainly Morales looks like a goal. He scored, 7 goals in 8 games or something like that. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he scored it's like a goal a game. And they've got some tidy players, but certainly their defence isn't great. So I'm quite interested in this Rangers game coming up. I really am, to see. I'm really looking forward to it. Last season, I always look forward to the Rangers games, but this one should be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's away at Ibrox, so that's going to be interesting to see how we deal with playing away on the first one. So, yeah, for me, I don't know about score predictions. We'll do it, but we'll do it before we go. We'll do it for both before we go. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Excuse me. What are your thoughts on the Rangers game, yahmpy? You looking forward to it?
I think, from what I've heard, they have a couple injuries and everything. And whatever, man. Nothing they do affects us, man. I'm totally confident that we're going to roll them. Like you said, I think it'll be a slightly closer game because they're going to be playing with emotion. They're going to be in front of their crowds, the first derby of the year for them, and the first derby with us at their place. So they're going to be highly motivated. They might even get the first goal. Who the fuck knows? But it's not going to help them over the course of the match. I don't think they match up with us well at anywhere. I don't think there's any guy on their team that I'm really afraid of against R11. I think that ultimately you might have a close game for the first half. I said, but in the second half, we always seem to have the better legs. We always play with more skill anyway. And I'm actually more concerned about the Anderlecht match. I really think that in my mind, we're going to take them at least 3-1. I'm not even the least concerned. Yeah. I would be shocked if it was anything less than 3-1. Like, you could knock me over with a feather if it was less than 3-1, because we have a lot to prove to them, to remind them where they stand in the food chain. And it's on paper, we're getting everybody healthy. You're going to have guys out there all ready to go, and they're going to be highly motivated to show this club that does a lot of talking, but aren't really impressive. Or they just go 120 minutes against Partick Thistle. I mean, like, I think they're going to get run over, man. But I'm being conservative. 3-1. I'll make my prediction now so I don't forget.
Okay. Good, 3-1's good. That's my favourite. Take it to the bookies and lose all your wages. I'll say it's going to be 2-0, possibly 2-1. I think it's going to be closer than most think. I'll just take a victory. I don't care. We've got plenty of games to pump them during the season, but for me, I would just be happy to win. I don't think there's going to be too much in it, so I'll say 2-0 away. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, Rangers playing a bit differently this season. It's going to be interesting to see how they cope with Paddy Roberts and Kieran Tierney coming forward.
There's one of my big things. Fucking James Forrest has been playing his ass off. And we talked about this before, too, in the previous pods. Said that, everybody else was like, I get knocked because I'll rip a guy. And, like, James Forrest seems to be one of these guys that always gets a little heat and everything. And I said, even in the previous pod, I said, James Forrest's game's coming on a little bit, and he's been doing well under Brendan. He's stepping up, man. And, again, he's scoring more goals. You see, he's been my man of the match probably, one or two past 2 games. And it's like, now you're coming up against the Huns. Does he start ahead of Roberts?
But it's interesting to see, Paddy Robertson, if you put Paddy Roberts and Forrest on the same side, you can't put Forrest out on the wing. But that's Paddy's spot. I'm sorry, but it is. Right. For me, it is anyway. He's a far superior winger. I mean, he can just beat a man, where Forrest, for me, can't beat a man as well. But Forrest has been finishing well, and he's been playing down through the middle better, and his runs... Forrest is better when he's inside. He's not out on the wing crossing the ball. He likes to try and get inside, whereas Roberts, he can do a range of things. He's got pace, he's got trickery, and he's just naturally able to beat people. You can see it. It's just second nature to him. Forrest is a little more forced in that regard. He doesn't have the natural flair that Roberts has. For me, it's a no-brainer. But we'll
even though evidence tends to be pointing right now that if we were trending these guys, Forrest would be definitely trending way more on the up than Roberts right now. Now, I get what you're saying. Roberts always plays well against the Huns. Always does. His vision playing them is always like, it's like 3 notches higher, man. He always sees the whole pitch, getting passes across the pitch. Awareness, he got the penalty in April against them to start the scoring in the fucking game that we beat them 5-1 there. But you can't knock that Forrest. I mean, Forrest is playing above and beyond right now, man.
Yeah, no, he's playing well. But look, if he's not playing well, he's going to get criticised. Same as any player. Doesn't there's a big difference between criticising a player because he's not playing well and going out of your way to pick on a player and going against him and saying you hate him and he's shite and all that, which I've heard people say, I fucking hate him and stuff like that, and that's not the kind of that's not where we're at. And as a supporter and as a fan, you support your team, but you criticise when it's due and you support when it's due, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can't keep kind of cheering a guy on and saying he's brilliant when he's not playing well. If somebody's not playing well, you're allowed to talk about it. It's there's no rules that say, well, if you're a proper supporter, you don't criticise a guy when he's not playing well. Of course you do, but it's how you do it. And if you're doing it, if you're overly negative and you're losing the rag about a guy and you're going on and on about him and you're making it personal and just being a dick, then yeah, you should probably shut up. But if you're criticising the guy because he's not playing well, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? They're football players. They're supposed to be. They're up there. They're in the public eye. They make a fortune out of playing football, and I'm sorry, but part of it is you're going to get stick if you're not playing well. So I'm not. When James Forrest has been inconsistent in the past, he's playing well at the moment. He's scoring goals, but for me, I put Paddy Robertson before him on that right wing position. It's a no-brainer. Sorry, but Patrick Roberts is a better player than James Forrest in that position. He's a better player. That's obvious by a mile, by a country mile. Sorry, but it is.
What's your formation to play against? How do you set him up?
It's going to be straightforward for me. If we get Boyata, and I don't know if Simonovic is available, I'd have Boyata, Simonovic. I'd have Lustig and then Ralston coming on. I'd have Tierney and then Brown, Encham, Rogic, Griffiths up front, Sinclair on the left, and Roberts on the right.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
That's your bog standard Brendan Rodgers kind of formation. If everybody's at it, I mean, for me, Rogic is the key. Rogic is just, man, he can unlock defences. He is a wizard. I mean, he's got the magic wand from down under, and he's just able to just fucking, I don't know how he does it, but his touch is amazing. So I want him to play. But yep. I just hope, yeah. That's it for me.
I'm probably going to catch shit for being conservative because I'm sitting there. I kind of set up my formation and everything, and who are the guys I want to see start and all that. And I'm like, I'm sitting here saying 3-1 because I don't want to be the guy that's going to have it like, say that 1 in a million fucking asteroid shot hits and we somehow like fucking tied or lost the match. Then all of a sudden everybody's like, hey, you're the dick that picked 3-1. And when in reality, I'm looking at our starting 11 and all the guys getting healthy, I'm saying to myself internally, there's no way that we should score less than 5 fucking goals against that club. But I'm being conservative because I don't want to get called out on. I'm saying 3-1, I'm playing it safe, but we should run this fucking club over. The Huns have no fucking chance. They have no chance. Oh, yeah. They might keep it close for a while. They have no chance. Not if we're on our game. We're on our game, they're getting run the fuck over.
Yeah, I agree. It's the first Rangers Celtic game of the season, and I just want to beat them, and we'll go on from there. That's as simple as that. We are playing away, and traditionally those games have been more difficult.
Seems to make it close.
Not that was an issue last year for us because we absolutely pumped them away, which was fantastic. But I just want to beat them, and then I want to just get on to beating Anderlecht, and that's as far as I want to look at the moment. I think the Anderlecht game is going to be really interesting. it's a team that's beatable. Again, they've not been domestically on a good run. They have just lost a manager, but I think if we can go in with a healthy squad and we've got the likes of Dembele, hopefully Dembele, I would almost rest Dembele for the Rangers game and have him in the European game. He's more suited to that style of game. He's a big game player. He's more suited to the big European games. I would like to see him in. And I don't know how Armstrong has been performing. I don't think he's certainly not back to what he's best. But Again, Rogic is.
I didn't have him in my starting 11. To be honest,
he's not back at it like he was. He's still got to find his top form. But Encham or Rogic, and Brown is, and I've got
Edouard, man. You got a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about him actually. What do you think of him, Yahmpy? What do you think of Edouard?
Yeah, I think he's got but here's my problem again. This circles all. See, you're going to get me fucking agitated again. This goes all the way back to the whole Celtic board thing. It's like, well, they have an option to buy. It's like, come on, man.
How much is that? It's 10 million, isn't it, or something like that, to buy him?
Yeah, they have an option to buy, but he's a loan guy. And it's
10 million,
I like him. I like him, but by the time you start to figure the fucking dude out, his price. By the time they figure the fucking dude out, his price is going to be like 20 million pounds and shit. Be like, all of a sudden he's scoring goals. He's going to be this great big fucking thing.
It'll be a set amount. It'll probably
you developed him. You developed him for them.
It'll be a set amount. I don't think you can do that. I think there's a set amount. I think the option to. I've heard. I haven't done my research, okay, but. Just for a change, but I think it's only about the 10 million mark for him. But I like the look of him. He's got a great touch. I think he moves really well on the ball. I think he looks like a really good player. Just hopefully he gets enough games and can develop.
Well, if you fucking like him, buy him then. I mean, they got the money. Fucking buy him and be done with it. Get the guy a chance to build some roots in the community and everything else.
He said he doesn't need 3 strikers, so why would he spend 10 million on another one when we've got central defence issues because they're fucking injured all the time?
But I got it. Then, we can sit here and nitpick it to death, man. We've criticized them for their approach and everything, and deservedly so. That they spend money and it's just on loans. That it's always getting fucking the attack looks good, so let's get more attackers. It's like. We can sit here and kick each other in the balls all day, but the fact is all that does is confirm is that the powers that be, the lawfuls of the fucking world and stuff, aren't exactly doing their fucking job the way they're supposed to. And it's one of my very few criticisms of Brendan Rodgers, because you can sit there and say he's always all in, supportive of Lowell, supportive of everything that's getting done at Celtic, But if we're keeping it real. You know where you have needs, and they didn't get addressed. So fucking just say it. Say it. You need a big body in the middle. It didn't get fucking done. And you're falling back on guys who've been injured and everything, and who aren't exactly always lighting the world on fire. We have serviceable guys, good guys, decent guys, but you need upgrades there. That's where the big money should be getting fucking spent.
You need Johan Mjällby's, Bobo Baldes, and fucking these, this is... And that,
exactly. And that's not where the money's getting spent.
And
so we can
back to
there and be like, the direction. That direction isn't right.
But look at what we did back then, under O'Neill. We got to a European Cup final. We acquitted ourselves very well in the Champions League because we had big, strong, talented defenders, and now we've got guys that are either young or... I don't know. I mean, Simonovic went through a lot of injuries. Bayat has was subpar. Brendan turned him around, and now he's been injured for a long time. So, yeah, it's a lot of frustration at the moment. You want to see the full squad there. For me, I want to see Simonovic, Bayat, and another big, strong beast of a defender. How much that's going to cost, I don't know. That's Lee Congerton's role. He's a scout. He's out there finding the talent. Brendan Rodgers, that's up to him. Look, who knows what's going to happen in January? Will we see another defender come in January? Will we see more transfer action happen in the January window? I hope so, and I hope it's for defence, because if you sign another midfielder, I'm going to go mental. But again, a lot of that depends. Is there going to be European football after January? Well, yes, there is going to be a European football after January, because come July, August again, we're qualifying for Europe. So for me, the January window is essential. It gives you that time to bed a player in, and traditionally we're crap in January. We'll usually go out and sign a lot of players.
Right.
I don't know. That's my hopes. Anderlecht predictions. Let's do one before we talk about January transfer windows. What's the score against Anderlecht? I think we're going to win. I think it's going to be. I think he's going to tell them to sort themselves out. I think after that last European performance, he's going to say, "I expect you to go out and beat these guys, play like Celtic, man up." Scott Brown's going to be fired